Oh, you poor little traveler. You probably thought Gintama was just yet another comedy show or anime, didn't you? You probably were thinking of Gintoki singing the Doraemon theme song, didn't you? But what if I told you that was not the case? What if I told you that Gintama from initiation was one of the most funny anime there ever was, but deep down and from inside it is one of the most beautiful tragic tales you have ever seen or you will ever see in anime and manga history? What if I told you that Gintoki is not just another funny character, he is also one of the most hollow character in all of anime and manga history? What if I told you that the path he chose in life, the consequences of it, left him with a great void in his heart? And if you like this kind of content that I'm making, please consider subscribing, and hope you enjoy the rest of the video. And at the same time, brace yourself for many spoilers to come. Initially, this project has been a little bit of a scare for me because I wanted to do this for a very long time now and I wasn't able to do it. So I have considered to do it again. I was initially going to make it a long video, but I'm just going to make it the shortest and the most sweetest as much as I can. So I have divided this video into 3 parts. Without further ado, let's get on with the part 1. So, the tale begins with a great master and a swordsman named Yoshida Soyo, who opened a school to educate various kids around Japan to eventually make them or give them purpose in life. One day, he was wandering about in a battlefield when he heard about this corpse-eating demon that was going around searching the corpse's body for food supplies, with a katana in his back and a white-haired kid. Sakata Gintoki was found by Yoshida Soyo in a battlefield. So, Yoshida Soyo took upon himself to give that purposeless child a purpose in life. He promised him a purpose in life and took him under his care in Soka Sonjuku. With other kids like Katsura Kotaro and Shinsuke Takasugi, Sakata Gintoki found himself at home pretty soon. Now, the 3 of the students of Yoshida Soyo were very fond of him, and was also Yoshida Soyo who were fond of them. But the happy times doesn't last long. The Bakufu, the military government of the current shogun, found and deemed Yoshida Soyo and Soka Sonjuku a rebellion against the government, giving kids education that the shogun did not approve of, and consider Yoshida Soyo a war criminal. The Bakufu burned down Soka Sonjuku to the ground. Even at such adversary, Yoshida Soyo did not forget his promise. He gave a huge purpose to Sakata Gintoki's life. Just before being captured and being taken away, Yoshida Soyo gave a purpose to save all his brothers, to keep them safe, to Sakata Gintoki. Now this, my friends, is where it takes a dark turn. Now that Yoshida Soyo was deemed as a criminal and was held captive by Bakufu under the close watch of the most talented assassins, the most expert assassins, the Naraku. Now, Takasugi, Shinsuke, Katsura Kotaro, and Sakata Gintoki were on their way to snatch their teacher away from the hands of this evil Bakufu, the government, in a war, in a Joy war, leading as the Joy Patriots or Joy Sissy as said in the anime. But as they were about to fulfill their dream, as they were about to get closer to their goal, they were deceived. Naraku, the assassins, held captive of Katsura Kotaro and Shinsuke Takasugi and presented Gintoki with a sword to make a choice, the most hardest choice one could possibly make. It was either to cut down his master's ideals, the purpose that was given to him by his only master, and cut down Takasugi and Katsura. Or in the other hand, unfortunately, was to cut down his mentor himself. He had to cut down Yoshida Soyo. And according to the book by David Corbett in 2013, The Art of Character, a good character is forced under immense pressure, and the choices he makes within that pressure is what defines him as a character. Now, Sakata Gintoki chose what was right, and Sakata Gintoki took his stance and went for it. He cut down his own mentor's head. This was a very sour taste, and the tale ends with a little redemption. But I'm not going to go fully into it. The thing is, would you cut down your parents if it means that you will save their legacy, you'll save their ideals, the promise or the purpose that they gave you in life is to be fulfilled? Will you cut down your parents with your own two hands? And if you do, what kind of monster are you to cut down the only purpose or the only people who have gave you purpose in life? What kind of monster are you? That is the exact guilt that Gintoki felt after he had to make that horrible choice. Now, with no purpose left in his life, he already did save his friends. Now they can take care of themselves too. But the guilt of killing his own teacher left a bigger void in his life, and with that he was rendered emotionless and almost suicidal, and he was rotting away in this graveyard until in a snowy day a woman named Otose dropped in by to look at her husband's grave, and luckily Gintoki was finally served a purpose. Now in that fateful meeting with Otose, he sworn upon the dead husband of Otose, whose food he just ate, to protect Otose from any dangers coming in her life. And now that gave a new purpose to Gintoki's life. Now he also opened a side business for his daily livelihood, any kind of odd job that he will do it, called Yorozuya, and he was known as Yorozuya no Ginsan. Yorozuya's Ginsan, the odd job Ginsan, of course. And with that, he was filled with other characters in his life. The days were now worth living. Sadaharu, the alien dog, Kagura, the alien girl, and Glasses. Sympathy, were around him working alongside in the Yorozuya to make it worth it for Gintoki to live another day, I guess that came as a blessing. But unfortunately, the main antagonist of this series, the whole series, comes with the most regretful faces that Gintoki has to see. It was a face of Yoshida Sohyo with the representation of the void itself. Now, I would like to thank the author of this manga, Sorachi, because this is the most creatively written villain I have ever seen in a very long while. Utsuro not only challenges Gintoki from the outside as a powerful alien character, but also with the face of Yoshida Sohyo that Gintoki is afraid or scared to face upon again, and named him the void itself. You know, the void inside his heart, or the Utsuro as in Japanese means the void. And this is one of the most creative pieces I've ever seen in my life. And also, this does not come with a happy ending. And that is Gintama. I really hope you understood this video. I really hope this video has justified my way of looking at this anime and how this is one of the most beautiful tragedy ever written in anime and manga history. And yeah, that is the end of this video. Sorry, this video was a little rushed. I was about to make this video a very long while ago, but still, right, like life is life, you know. Same with Gintoki, same with me. Life just kicks you around here and there. Of course, this video was made in a time where I had to send out proposals to my university about a summer project or something. Worst shit ever. And also, to be happy, we have comments of the week. And this guy is the commenter of the week. This round of applause. And yeah, I have come to the end of this video, and if you like the video, I would really appreciate if you subscribe. I will really appreciate if you help me grow in this YouTube channel. And without further ado, I'll see you in another video. Before you go, here's a special cameo from Sympathy himself. Yeah.